guys. So as I said, I have two of my favorite people. Okay, and they're not two special people that I love a lot, but they also are cinephiles. They watch a lot of movies. Michelle watches a lot. Dilenti watches a lot, and they have lots of great things to say about it. So I thought it was only appropriate that I get both Michelle and Dilenti, who I know from TNL days as well. So hi guys, great to have you on board. Okay, and to do all this stuff, and you guys are looking amazing. And before we start off, let's just get this right off the bat. Michelle, happy birthday!
Oh man!
Yes, happy birthday, Michelle!
I don't know if this is how you pictured spending your birthday, but you're stuck with us. Can't help so.
I mean, there could be no better way to start a birthday than at 4:55 in the morning in Australia.
We didn't ask you to move to Australia.
That's right. Right? With full makeup, right?
You look fabulous, Mish. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
You guys always look fabulous. All right, so let's get to it. We'll start off with Best Supporting Actress, and the nominees are
Hong Chau for The Whale, Angela Bassett for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Su for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I was just transported back to the TNL newsroom just now. Hearing Michelle talk, so cool. Actually, to build both of you were in the news. Okay, so let's start with Dilenti. Why don't you start? Who do you think is going to get this, and what do you think of this this one?
So it's all trending towards Jamie Lee Curtis. I've looked at a few predictions before I came on the chat today. And they're all pretty much saying that Jamie Lee Curtis is going to take this one.
But who do you think should get it? Do you think Jamie Lee Curtis should get it, or do you have someone else that you think is more deserving of the award?
I think Kerry Condon should win it.
Okay, interesting. That's good. Mish?
I love Kerry Condon personally as an actor, but I think, to be quite honest, that Jamie Lee Curtis deserves to get it.
All right. Okay.
I feel too on a sentimental basis, but I also think overall she deserves it.
Well, I will be okay if anyone other than Angela Bassett gets it. And this is not a hit on Angela Bassett. I love Angela Bassett. She's an amazing actress. But come on, for Wakanda Forever, seriously. I mean, okay, Golden Globes, give it to everyone. That's fine. But you never know. You never know. This is the Oscars. Strange things happen. But I have to also go. My favorite for this is Kerry Condon. I think she was freaking amazing I think she was one of the best things in Banshees.
I tell you this much. You two are off and won't be hosts.
Luckily, you won't have to put up with us more than one night, and try eating with your mouth closed.
Where are we now, France?
Will you tell him, Pori?
Aye, stop being a little feckin' bollocks, Dominic.
No, just about the mouth thing.
This is a depressing house.
Would you prefer your own, so? I've heard it's a barrel of feckin' laughs.
And I think for me, just for merit, I think she should get it. But yes, I think Jamie Lee Curtis might get it because, I mean, I love Jamie Lee Curtis as well, right? So just for the fact that like her body of work and like she said in that other award show, she's 60, whatever, and they might just give it to her for sentimental reasons. So
I think it's going to go to her because she's going to stand up there and talk about how at age 64 you can do it. It's the message she's going to send out. That's the narrative, and you know, I for one have not drunk the Everything Everywhere All at Once Kool-Aid, but that's the trend, and it's based on basically the narrative, I feel.
I wasn't really a big fan of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think Jamie Lee has done way more better roles than this, but I guess it'll be nice to see her. But you know, you got to feel for people like Kerry Condon. But this is not the first time this has happened at the Academy Awards. You know, sometimes this happens. You got to,
The Academy is all about sentimentality, so I agree with it completely. You know, there is a storyline very much in keeping with the movies that has to be followed. I personally, though, I loved Jamie Lee in it because it's very hard to pull off comedy. And in this, she's very, very different, dowdy, and funny. She plays straight, but it's funny. And I appreciated that for her. So I really liked her. I'm pretty okay with either of these two women getting it, Kerry or Jamie. So I'm not 100%.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm fine with either.
Brendan Gleeson from The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry from Causeway, Judd Hirsch, The Fablemans, Barry Keoghan, The Banshees of Inisherin, Ke Huy Quan, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I mean, come on, it's Ke Huy Quan, right? He deserves it. He's really the only one in this race, to be quite honest. I mean,
Right.
you've got the other, pretty good. But Ke Huy Quan, he touched me. He's won every single award leading up to this. So he should win it, and he will win it.
The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind. Please, be kind. Especially when we don't know what's going on.
我理解，但你不是一个服输的人。我又何尝不是？只是我们选择的处理方式不一样。
I think I have to agree with you. I think he's going to get this, like you said, leading up to this, he's won all the awards, and he's a sweet guy. You know, there's an amazing story there. You know, and I mean, he hasn't been working for such a long time. You know, and he's just got this role, and he's like, you know, milking it for all it's worth. And good luck to him. You know, I don't know if I'm a massive, like again, I wasn't a massive fan of the movie. But I think when you look at the other nominees, Michelle, I think you're right. I mean, Brendan Gleeson is a great actor, but not his best role. I mean, everyone else, except for Judge Hirsch. I liked him in Fableman. He had a very small part in it, but I think he was the best thing about that movie. But still, I think this guy deserves it.
Barry Keoghan, all right? I fell in love with this kid when I saw him in a Yoga Slam movie called The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Right. And he was stunning in it. Right. And I thought, he looks a little strange, and he inhabits these roles where he plays people who are a little left of center, you know, and even in this. So my heart broke for him, and if there was anyone who deserved sort of a second best supporting actor, it would be Barry Keoghan from Banshees.
Yeah. Dee?
So my favorite, I have not seen Causeway. I've seen the other movies, and my favorite and strongest performance for me personally was Barry Keoghan. But I'm also very partial to The Banshees of Inisherin, the movie. So I would like to see him win. He's not going to win it. Ke Huy Quan is the one who's going to win it. All of the predictions are in his favor. So he will win it. I'd like Barry to see, but that's not going to happen. And yeah, so that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah,
and he's also got a good narrative that he's going to be there and give the great speech. So for that as well, he is going to win it.
Actually,
And there'll be
sorry,
tears. There will be tears.
Yeah, definitely. There will be tears on stage and off stage as well, and I'm sure lots of people in their living rooms will be shedding a tear as well. He's a sweet guy, but I have to say, guys, like before Everything Everywhere All at Once, the hype started like leading up to the award season. Like when the movie was released, no one really made a big fuss about it. Like, I mean, it was just a movie that was just there in the background, and then the award season happened. So before the award season happened and all this buzz started happening, actually Barry was the one tipped to collect the award, because even I was super impressed with him in Banshees. I thought he was freaking fun. That scene with him and Carrie, where they talk about why you're not married yet, I mean, that is just off the hook.
And how is it, Siobhan, that you wasn't ever married?
It's none of your feckin' business how I was never feckin' married.
How isn't it?
How isn't it?
Was you never wild?
Wild? Was I never wild? I don't know what you're talking about, Dominic. Wild how? Angry? Because I'm getting angry now, I can tell you.
Not angry, wild.
You just keep saying wild, Dominic.
Wild?
My brother told you, didn't he, that you'd be out on the road if you started talking stupid to me.
He said creepy, not stupid.
Well, you failed on both counts, haven't you? I'm off to bed and he's not staying here another night, Porrick. I don't care how depressed you are. I'd rather have the donkey in.
Foiled again.
Great writing, great acting. So I also thought he would get it, but then, you know, everything started picking up the steam award season, and then that was that. Okay, guys, so that's brilliant. Okay, so best actress in a leading role. Okay, I'll take this one. So we have Kate Blanchett for Tar, Anna de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fabelman, and Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Well, this is almost a foregone conclusion, but okay, I'll start with this. Obviously, I think Michelle Yeoh is going to get this. I personally, again, I love Michelle Yeoh. Oh my God, I love it. I love watching her on talk shows. She's so amazing, and she's, I mean, you know, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is one of my all-time favorite movies. Members of a Geisha, all that, and she's done even in James Bond, she was phenomenal. But this is a good role. I don't know if it's one of her best, but she is winning all the awards, and you know, it's a great story, and it'll be nice to see her go up there. But I mean, again, I haven't really seen Tar, and I haven't seen Blonde. I've only actually seen Michelle Williams and Michelle Yeoh in it, and I don't know if this was Michelle Williams' best performance either. So since I haven't seen the other two, I can't really say anything, but maybe you guys have. But I think obviously Michelle Yeoh is going to walk away with this one.
Completely.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dil, you go ahead.
So yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a Michelle. It's not going to be the Williams. So Michelle Yeoh will take the run. There is no one predicting anyone else at this point. I know that Kate Blanchett won the BAFTA. And I have not seen Tar, and I'm told that it's one of her best performances yet. But she has had 7 nominations, has won twice. So the Oscars will take that into consideration and hand this one to Michelle Yeoh, because again, she's Asian, 61 years old, has been around, has done great performances, and now it's time for her to be acknowledged as one. So I think the 12th is her night.
Michelle?
I really want there to be an upset in the best possible way, in that I believe that Michelle Yeoh will win it, and I want her to win it because I've completely bought into the narrative, right? I'm not even going to pretend anymore. Kate Blanchett, I haven't seen Tar, but because this role was specifically written for her, and she did win at the Venice Film Festival, so she's won a slew of awards for this. So I'll be happy either way.
But did you guys hear about this new controversy that's heating up online? Apparently, people have been talking about Kate Blanchett, that she might be creating an upset, and Michelle Yeoh has taken some article on a website, and she had been posting things on her Twitter saying, where the article says, the write-up says, Kate Blanchett has already won 2 Oscars, she doesn't need a third. So she's taken little excerpts of this and put it on her Twitter, and this was creating a bit of a scene that she had to actually delete all this stuff from her Twitter. I personally hate Twitter, so I don't really care, but that's good. It's good for the excitement.
I think she obviously just put it there to give people an idea of, look, maybe, this is something to consider. I don't think there was any
animosity. No, I don't think there was any animosity, but I mean, I guess Michelle obviously, she wants this award. Okay, she's won everything else, but it's the Academy Award that everyone wants, right? So, I mean, at this last moment when she sees Kate, there's a chance, it must have hit her a little bit. I mean, she's only human, right?
Like, I did not enjoy Everything Everywhere All at Once, but Michelle Yeoh has a great body of work to back her career.
And a great body as well.
And I think she deserves all the accolades, right?
Yeah, of course, for sure. And she's a feisty one. I like her. She's really good, and she can kick ass.
No kung fu. Are you kidding? Are you getting put through air? No.
Did you know that when she first started her career, she used to do her own stunts?
Yes, I saw that video. Yeah. Super Cop, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan. All right, okay, guys, let's move on very quickly. Okay, this one, Mish, can you take this one? Nominees for an actor in a leading role. Take it away.
Sure. Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nye for Living.
Okay, so it's going to be Brendan Fraser for The Whale. I think there's only one. Rotten Tomatoes is the only one that's predicting an Austin Butler win. Brendan Fraser is probably going to take this one. Once again, it's the narrative. He's 54 years old. He's been doing this a long time, and this is a solid performance from him. I believe I have seen all of the movies except for Living. Bill Nye is a favorite of mine. Unfortunately, I have not seen his movie yet. I haven't been able to stream it, but of the performances I have seen, Brendan Fraser has delivered the strongest.
Okay, Michelle?
I think it's Brendan Fraser too, and I think part of it is, wasn't he George of the Jungle? Was that Brendan Fraser?
And then Mummy series.
Mommy Brendan Fraser.
Mummy series.
That guy, right, who's had to start off by monopolizing his body and is now on this,
Of course.
right, deserves it. Okay, women get heralded, right, for being sex symbols, and then they
Of course.
get into a fat and they handed an Oscar. So why not Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
Right? Why not?
Why
Yeah,
not?
no, I'm okay with him winning. I'm actually like, this is one
no.
category where I'm with the predictions. I'm like, yes, he should get it.
Right. Okay. So for me, obviously Brendan's going to get it. I've loved Brendan all my life. I'm a massive fan of the Mummy series. I think it should have been the rightful, successor to Indiana Jones. It was a brilliant series, and of course he's had a weird story as well, because he kind of was blacklisted from Hollywood very famously for turning down all kinds of weird things that were supposedly being done to him, and he didn't want to subscribe to that kind of stuff, and he just, because of that, he was blacklisted and he was out of the picture for a very long time, and now he's on a bit of a comeback trail, and he's genuinely a sweet guy. I like the movie The Whale. I don't know if it was an amazing movie like everyone says it is, but his performance was definitely on a different league. And sometimes it's easy for people to say, okay, you put a fat suit on or whatever, and you genuinely start impressing people because your physicality of the role and all that. But this is not Norbit. No, this is not like Nutty Professor or Medea or something like that. This is like, not to take anything away from those roles, but this was like just his facial reactions and the emotion that he played this role with, I think was really heartwarming, and I think he deserves it. But I think there is a bit of a competition between an Austin Butler. I think Austin Butler's people are really campaigning for him, because I was reading somewhere online recently, lots of people are saying Austin should get this because Austin prepared 2 years for this role. He went through intensive vocal training for the dance moves, and he had a speech coach and everything, and then just because Brendan's making a comeback, he shouldn't be denied. But then that's the same thing as the best supporting actress or whatever. So,
and Butler, so committed to the role, he still talks like Elvis.
Yeah.
So if at all, I think he's still right. So he needs an award after the award.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw him there. Yeah, I just saw his interview on Graham Norton, and he sounds
I
like
watched that as well.
in fact, Dilanthi, I think Graham asked him about, and they poked a bit of fun at him for that, for the voice, and he tried to say, well, what can I do,
I want to just point out very quickly, the same goes to Kate Blanchett, actually. So, she had to do a lot for her role as well, refresh her German, her piano playing, her conducting, has never done that before. So she's actually put in a lot for her role.
Of course, without a doubt, 100%.
Okay, so the nominees for Best Picture are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, Women Talking.
I will say, right, that the one that is Everything Everywhere All at Once, but there's a part of me, right, a very strong part of me that wants the Banshees of Inisherin.
Right.
I love, like you, I have been in love with Martin McDonagh for a long, long time, but mostly Bruges, right, which is in my top 5 movies. Best ever. I love him. So he can't do any wrong. I think it's a beautiful movie, this one, The Banshees. But I'm just going on a technical note on the fact that it's so different and so out of the box. So Everything Everywhere All at Once is the one that should.
Right. Dee, what about you?
So what will win is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm in agreement with Michelle. Of this list, my favorite movie was also Banshees of Inisherin, and what I would like to see win is that movie, but it will not. I doubt it. And All Quiet on the Western Front is probably going to get the best foreign language film anyway.
Yes.
So I think they're out of the running for this category in that sense.
Right.
And really, for the rest of the movies, it didn't take away from me. Like, none of the other movies sort of matched up for me. So, yeah, my heart says Banshees, but the award will go to EEAAO, as they say now, right?
All right. So for me, it's I'm just going to come out with something very different. I mean, yes. I mean, obviously, Everything All at Once is Everything All at Everything Everywhere All at Once is a clear favorite, and I think probably will get this award. I like Dilenti. I wasn't the biggest fan. I think we said this now a million times, but obviously lots of people like it, and it's gathered some steam, and I think there is also a lot of various different reasons why this movie will get probably the best picture. But for me personally, like Michelle said, Martin McDonagh, I mean, I love this guy, and Mish Mish in Bruges is right up there for me as well, top 5 for sure, right? And that's why I love Banshees. He wrote it beautifully, it's very well acted, but I don't know if it's up there with In Bruges or even 3 Billboards Outside a Little Town in Missouri or whatever. I don't know if it's up there with those two, but in a year that has seen some of the dodgiest movies in Hollywood, it is like a beacon of hope, a shining light, breath of fresh air, and it's better than any of this stuff. But who I would love to win this movie, and I know this is going to be very unpopular when I say this. I would like for once a movie that has really done well in the box office to win this award, like a Top Gun, or just for Tom Cruise, because he's just always been disregarded at the Academy Awards, a Top Gun, or even Avatar, because actually, cinema, Hollywood is in a weird place at the moment, and Top Gun and Avatar saved cinema last year. They brought people back into theaters, they gave people that adventure of going into a cinema and watching a movie and having that excitement and being a kid again, and I think that was freaking brilliant. Okay, so I know they're probably not going to win it, but if Avatar, I don't know, it'd be tough. I mean, I'll be really surprised if they give it to him, because they didn't give it to him for the first one. But I loved Avatar, I loved Top Gun. I would love to see one of those movies get it, but Everything is probably going to walk away with it.
Yeah, I agree with you. For me too, Top Gun was an excellent movie. It's probably going to win sound. Avatar is probably going to win cinematography. But yeah, I think for the category, it's Everything Everywhere.
Okay.
I would be one of those enjoy Avatar. I'm not on the bandwagon of Avatar. I mean, it's all right. I'll watch it. I'll sit there critically and watch it. But we haven't had enough Asians on screen. Far more blue people, and I think that should be eliminated, right? More Asian people, right? Is what I right. So I Avatar is a bit for me, but Top Gun.
Did you watch Avatar, Michelle?
I halfway through, man, and I just went.
Okay, I'm not going to hold that against you, because I did the same thing to Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I also watched it. I watched quite a bit of it, to be very honest, and I just couldn't finish it.
But if Jerry Bruckheimer, I mean, this guy, all he does is blow up stuff, right? The fact that on an Oscars list.
Well, Yeah, but this is the debate, right? This is the argument, right? Like even everyone makes fun of this, you know. Like the other day I was watching Jimmy Kimmel, and I normally never watch any of this stuff, but I was watching this one thing for a certain reason he was talking about, and he was saying, okay, shall we just stop the Oscars and just give everything to everything everywhere all at once and just finish it off, you know, because that's what's going to happen, you know. And even they are like talking about, you know, the fact that Top Gun single-handedly, you know, saved the cinema industry in America and probably in most parts of the world. I mean, I know here in Sri Lanka, you know, Top Gun and even Avatar, you know, just brought in so much sales for the film industry, like the theater industry here. Like, so I mean, you have all those, but then the Academy is not about that. It's not about, you know, ticket sales and stuff like that. Fair enough.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Dilenti. Thank you for taking time off to do this. I really enjoy spending time with you guys and talking to you as well. Lovely seeing both of you as well. And hopefully we'll do this again soon, okay?
Yes. Thank you, Anil. Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
All right, take
Bye.
care. Okay, bye.